Good morning. Okay, I heard to come and do a reading, but I'm not to know what it is until we get into it. But they want me to use the same format we've been using for a little while now. I'm to open the energy and just see what comes. All right, no, there's no pausing. There's no pile picking because I had these 3 piles in front of me. I started to think it was a pick a pile, but it's not. Here we go. It's interesting because I kind of fell into an old habit. So there might be something around that. Okay, is it going to pop out? Yes. There it is. Is that it? That is. Okay. Is there just one? There's 2 cards here. The top card. Okay. All right. It's interesting. I'm noticing that I always shuffle the dark before the light. And we have that saying, it's always darkest before the dawn. So maybe there's something around that as well. Too many. The Divine Masculine wants to be seen, though. So maybe there's something about that. The Divine Masculine wanting to be seen. There's our card. Okay. But I know that we're not supposed to see the cards because we're embracing the unknown. That might be the title, actually. Okay. Lots of little clues coming out. I'm excited to see what the reading entails. Or not to see the card. They're trying to show themselves, though. Oh, that one's showing itself. Okay. For whatever reason, that one wants to show itself. But that's not the card because we're not going to see them as they come out. I just heard to stop. Do you want me to cut? No, it's the top card. Okay. All right. Okay, darkness first. In the sway of influence, create with your authentic self. Okay. Visualize. Okay. And Darva Patra. 38. There was a 38 that tried to come out before, I think. But anyways, that number is apparently important. They want me to start with the 383 angel number, so let's do that. 383. You are being encouraged to drop your guard and take peaceful action at this time. Interesting. And I heard that, I was to just go with it and whatever. And then I heard maybe embracing the unknown as maybe the title. So to embrace the unknown, you have to drop your guard, right? But you are being encouraged to drop your guard and take peaceful action at this time. Okay. So I think that's actually the title, Drop Your Guard. All right. So yesterday we had boundaries, our boundaries limitations, and they said, no, they're not limitations. They serve a purpose. But guarding yourself, having your guard up, that's the limitation. Ah, okay. So drop your guard, because that's the limitation. And that's what's blocking you from embracing the unknown. Okay, it's starting to make sense. In the sway of influence, let's see what that has to say now. As you go about your everyday life, your thoughts will be influenced by your authentic self, inner wisdom, friends, strangers, the media, society, cultural beliefs, and more. When you are influenced by your inner wisdom, you are a cooperative part of the creation process. You will receive impulses from your authentic self that inspire you towards desired outcomes. When you act on these impulses, you will feel freer and more aligned with your nature. When an external influence is not conducive to your purpose or well-being, the creation process may feel a little off or wobbly. Should you be influenced onto a path that is not your own, it may lead to self-sabotage, disappointment, or feeling like you are being tested. Should you feel this way, remember that nothing has gone wrong. Those feelings are assigned to shift your attention to your soul wisdom and seek its stabilizing and freeing influence. Feel your way through. Okay, so drop your guard, embrace the unknown, and feel your way through. You will feel aligned and free. Free and more aligned with your nature when you're acting on your soul's wisdom. Okay? When you're not acting on your soul's wisdom, you will feel a little off or wobbly. So that's what you need to pay attention to. All right. Should you be influenced on a path that is not your own, it may lead to self-sabotage, disappointment, or feeling like you are being tested. Should you feel this way, remember that nothing has gone wrong. Those feelings are assigned to shift your attention to your soul wisdom and seek its stabilizing and freeing influence. Feel your way through. Okay, that's how you drop your guard and embrace the unknown. I just saw 707, so they want me to look that one up before I continue. God has heard your prayers and wants you to know that the miracles you need to be in alignment with your highest goodness and truth are coming your way now. Enjoy the magic. Okay, this is why it's so important to embrace the unknown. Okay, because there's no way you can possibly know what miracles might need to occur in order to achieve what you want to achieve and to reach your, to follow your true path. So you need to drop your guard, take peaceful action, embrace the unknown, and feel your way through. Okay, so far that's what they're saying. 17, visualize. First, they want me to look at the 173. So let's do that. Your angels are with you to help you remember you are worthy of miracles. So the last message just talked about the miracles that need to come. And this message is reminding you, you are worthy of miracles. Okay? So if you had any thoughts of, miracles, those never happened to me. You are worthy of miracles. Remember that. Okay. Now let's look at 17, visualize, if I can find it here. I'm in the wrong book. Okay, 17. See, that was an example. It felt off. And then I realized, nope, that's the wrong book. Okay, if you can dream it, you can create it. Your imagination is a magical superpower that develops the content, look and feel of your life. You can use your inner vision to maintain or transform anything in your life. Visualization helps us to create a dream life without the perceived boundaries of the manifested world. To take your dreams out into the world, recall your vision of them as you meditate. Let the dream become a feeling that leads to a knowing that is so deeply ingrained it will become an automatic response. Through repetition, this response gains momentum toward the tipping point between vision and manifestation. Now that you are privy to this universal law, relax and enjoy the journey toward your desires. When a desire manifests in your physical life, a new desire will be born in your imagination and a fresh path will unfold. Yes, we talked about that in a previous reading that, out of every desire that manifests, a new desire is born, and that's how you expand, and that's okay. Now, as I was reading that, I heard some resistance. I heard some resistance to meditation. And the resistance was, I don't want to meditate. I don't want to daydream because I have been disappointed in the past. Okay? So that's what this card was talking about. You know, in the past, you may have been disappointed because you may have been swayed off your path. And that led to self-sabotage and disappointment and all those things. Nothing went wrong. Don't see it as something went wrong. Just see that as a shift back. And the messages that have been coming here is you are worthy of miracles. But those miracles are unknown to you. There's no way you can possibly know what miracles need to take place in order for your soul purpose to come into manifestation. Okay? So if you are in that place, if you're one of the people that resonates with what I heard, and you resist meditation, just start being open to embracing the unknown. Okay, embrace the unknown, and just start saying, in your visualization, visualize yourself living your highest timeline. I'm just using the language. In your highest timeline, fulfilling your soul purpose. And instead of focusing on what that looks like and how that looks and all the details, just focus on the feeling of it. What does that feel like? Okay? And that's all you need to do in the meditation. And then let the miracles occur. Remember that you're worthy of them, and let the miracles occur, that, everything will start to line up and the path will appear. Okay? And then when that's manifested, a new path will appear. So they're just trying to guide us to embrace the unknown. We don't have to know the where, why, how, when, all the details, okay, to meditate. We can say, I'm going to visualize myself walking my soul path, singing my soul song, whatever it is, and how that feels. Focus on the feeling, the peace. Remember, take peaceful action, right? Put your guard down and take peaceful action. So all the resistance to the meditation is your guard. Put it down. Take peaceful action. All right? Time to read this one. First, they want me to read the 38. Remember, I was like, 38. It stood out to me right away. So let's read what 38 has to say. You are uncovering memories from lifetimes beyond your current lifetime. Your current spiritual interests are inspired by experiences from previous lifetimes. Okay. Now, Devara Patra. Excuse my pronunciation of any of these. Okay, here it says, out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. The Holy Grail is the sacred chalice. That's what's in this picture here. Okay? It is powerful. It is a powerful, living, regenerative, and deeply healing symbol of hope and blessing. It will interact with each soul in its own way. For your soul, that may involve a recognition that the light is always seeking you, wanting to fill and heal and bless and protect you, to initiate you into awareness of the realms of light, beauty, and divine presence. It may remind your heart to receive, that you are capable of being a channel for goodness, grace, abundance, and pure light. It may be recognized as a sign of a future blessing, of something truly desired finally coming to pass. The sacred grail is hope. It is blessing. It is both a portent of fulfillment and the inner means by which we connect with the loving language of light and truly receive. In Sanskrit, patra means goblet or vessel. It is not only an object, but can be a teaching or even a sublime teacher or heavenly being within whom we can dwell. It is that which holds us in a loving way, our soft place to fall. In learning how to receive, we also learn how to be received, how to be fully beheld, which is an expression of unconditional love. When we experience being so loved, we learn how to love in such a way too. We become a true receiver, nurturer, and protector of the heart. The sacred chalice reminds us of our potential to hold, but also of the generosity of the universe in providing for us, so we too can be held and receive all we need. Dvara is Sanskrit for a pathway, an opening or portal, a doorway, or even a means or method. The oracle of Dvara Patra indicates the way for your deepest fulfillment is via the receptive faculty of the sacred feminine. The feminine way is organic, creative, responsive, spontaneous, and effective. It is not constrained by our human perceptions of what is or is not possible. To honor and empower the sacred feminist genius in our lives requires a considerable shift from mainstream conditioning and into spiritual surrender. Allowing her method, rather than blocking her loving creativity in our lives, entails the movement from head to heart. That means you will not necessarily understand how a situation will work out. Yet, you will feel inner guidance to proceed in a particular way. Your inner guidance will often seem to disregard the otherwise convincing realities of the outer world. The inner wisdom has allegiance to a deeper truth than appearances can convey. You may wonder at times if you are crazy to follow an internal guidance system so at odds with the way that the majority of people move about in this world. Yet you will know in the depths of your being that your inner guidance is true and wise. As you invert your priorities from ego to soul, you'll invert your locus of orientation from heart to heart, or from head to heart, from outer to inner reality. You will trust what your heart knows, whether or not it makes sense to your logical mind, or to anyone else's for that matter. This oracle foretells a happy, heartfelt manifestation, a true blessing coming to life. Okay, there is a visualization process here that they want me to read to you because of this visualizing card, okay? And you can come back here and use this if it helps, okay? Connect consciously with your body in this moment by placing a hand at your heart and feeling yourself breathing. Imagine, visualize, feel, or intend that you have spiritual wings of light that open from the depths of your soul. They wrap around the earth and her creatures with love and light, for protection, for softening of suffering, for comfort, and for creating the hope necessary for a being to keep reaching out for help until they make the right connection with the right source of nourishment at the right time. That connection will activate a healing trip switch, which will allow them to break the grip of the past pain and enter into present time aliveness with more happiness and freedom than ever before. Just be in the goodness of grace and light. Let it nourish you as you give. Perhaps you become aware that as you stretch your spiritual wings to offer more, you spontaneously and naturally receive more, empowering your intention to share with the capacity to do so. The more you want to hold, the more you must grow in your capacity to be spiritually held. Allow beautiful beings of light who are vaster, more powerful, and gentler than you have ever connected with previously to move into your field. They are pure and of the light. They hold you as you hold yourself, your loved ones, our planet. Relax in this state of being held and holding. Perhaps you begin to feel the blending of these two states until there is no division, just a field of loving, holding, in which you immerse yourself. Rest here for however long it feels good. When you're ready, ground yourself back in the present moment with movement and hydration. and you will have completed your healing process. As I was reading that, you know, I don't know if you do any Reiki or energy work. For me, energy work / Reiki, it's the same thing. Healing touch, it's all the same thing. But, and you know, sorry, I apologize to anyone who gets offended by me saying that, but it really is. I've practiced all, and I've been taught in many of those modalities, and they're all the same. It comes down to the same thing, and it is the surrender. Now, if you're like me and you have a hard time, initially at least I had a hard time surrendering, and have a hard time meditating, and have a hard time getting into that space by yourself. That's where a Reiki practitioner or an energy worker, healing touch person, yoga, whatever it is, comes into play, okay? And they can help you get there. If not the first time, it may take several times, hopefully not too many times, but it may take some time, okay? But they can help you get there. I just saw 2 numbers as I was talking, and they want me to read them. So 2020, it says, there is an opportunity for you to strengthen your connection with others. The energies of forgiveness and compassion are surrounding both personal and professional relationships. And then I saw 2112, which I think is in here. Actually, it's 1221 in here, but that's the same energy. You can support and guide others, so angels are reminding you not to burn out or to skip self-care on your journey as a light worker. So that reminds me, if you are a Reiki practitioner or a light worker in some way, energy worker, light worker, same thing, don't forget to do it on yourself or have someone do it on you, okay? That is important. And if you do these practices, you know that is when you embrace the unknown, right? Which is what this wants us to do. Put our guard down and embrace the unknown. And yeah, that kind of practice, as you do it, you let your guard down. Okay, not in a bad way, in a good way. It's the surrender process. You might come, you know, that's why it might take a few sessions, because the first few you might have your guard up. You can do breath work in combination with this, of course, it helps. Many people have a lot of success with the breath work, breaking through those guards. Okay, is there anything else you want me to see? You want me to do, we already did 383. They want me to see that it's twice, so they want me to read it again. Okay, 383. You are being encouraged to drop your guard and take peaceful action at this time. Okay, and then 371, they're showing me the reverse. So 371. Your intentions have been noted. Trust that the outcome is unfolding as it needs to. All right. Is there anything else you want me to see? No. Breathe. Understand. You want me to get one tarot card, okay? One tarot card from the gold deck. There it is. That didn't take long. The Sun card and the Nine of Wands, but the Sun card. So this is, the Nine of Wands is stability. It's actually what happens when you've put your guard down, right? It's the success. It's like the Seven of Wands is your guard is up, right? You're standing on guard. The Eight of Wands is fast movement, swift movement, and transformation. And the Nine of Wands is the stability, when you don't have to be guarded, but you know that you are safe. So it's stability, security. And the Sun card is stability, security, clarity, success. Okay, so this is how you become successful. And it's so interesting. So as I shuffled that card, those cards, I heard the word sun. I was, I saw the sun there. I didn't actually look at the card, but I just remembered it in my mind's eye that this looked like the sun, and the word sun came, and this is what came. So this is beautiful. Let your guard down, or put your guard down. How did it say it? I gotta go back. 838. 838? 383. Maybe we want to look at 838 too. Okay, 383 said, I want to say it right. You're being encouraged to drop your guard and take peaceful action at this time. And then, did I say 838? Let's see what that has to say. Oh, this talks about your past lives again. So your current experiences are echoes of past lives and past experiences in this lifetime. Open up your awareness so you can understand the messages and the patterns or wounds that can be healed at this time. So a lot of your guard being up comes from past lives. That's what I'm understanding, okay? So you're being encouraged to drop your guard and take peaceful action at this time. All right. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.